All right, man. Look, I don't want to play with nobody's livelihood. You know, I do care about other people's lives, but at the end of the day, it's about our city, and our city don't care about other people's lives, and we don't want to lose the fan base. I would definitely immediately fire the entire clean house this week. Everybody gone
This week?
this week. I may keep intern Rich. I'll be Rich. You know, his last name is Brich. So I'll be Rich. I keep him because he got the name, and he been doing good with our defense. And let him do the interning on out, see how he does, and go from there. But everybody go. I don't know what Rich McKay has to do with this, but he got to go too. Just start fresh and new. I know everybody's saying Rich McKay. I like Rich McKay. You know, he been a right-hand man that Arthur Blank helped do a lot of stuff in the city besides just the Falcons. And, he does a lot of stuff for his organization. So I like him. But, let's clean house. Let's start new. Let's get some good football people around Blank, and let's start over, man.
Rich McKay ain't going nowhere.
I don't think so either.
So look, I would not clean house this week. I'm not firing them during the season. I'm waiting till after the season. We just saw what the Jeff Ulbrich led team is going to look like. We just saw that in the Jets. I'm not saying the Falcons are the Jets, but we look to be a little dysfunctional and inconsistent the same way the Jets were last year. I'm just not doing. I'm just gonna let them ride it out. Now I'm behind the scenes, or I'm already letting it be. I'm letting it be known that I'm already starting to do my due diligence, start to figure out who may become available. Where do I want to move forward with my team? What's the next kind of coach I want? I don't think we need to go. We definitely don't need any more retreads. So I'm not on the Mike McCarthy boat. I'm not on the John Gruden boat. And I know majority of y'all out there ain't saying John Gruden. My partner over here, he said John Gruden would be somebody he would be interested in. It's not the crap on him. I'm just telling you why I brought John Gruden up. No Mike McCarthy for me. No John Gruden for me. I certainly am glad they didn't bring in Bill Belichick, and I wouldn't go back down that road again. It would be crazy if we hear Arthur Blank circles back around and lands his jet in North Carolina to talk to Bill Belichick about coming and saving the Atlanta Falcons. No more retreads, no more retreads. Look, let's get some more life in here. The only way I would possibly take a retread is if whatever Matt Chernoff said about Matt LaFleur coming open would happen. But other than that, man, I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something a little fresh. And I may not just go for the hot name, man. Let's look at the organizations that have stability. Man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, let's try to pluck something from their trees.
I'm like this, man. I like this. I'm explaining and break this whole down. I hear what you're saying. I respect what you're saying, and whatever way, like, let's just make it right. But in my train of thinking, you get John Gruden. I like his energy. I like what he brings towards the team. Get him to be the head of it, the head coach, and then he surround himself with some offensive geniuses that can just really, make the right play calls and just have our team looking good and get you a great defensive coach. If and I feel like if he had those in place, I feel like he could be the man to take us to the chip. I really do, man. I've always liked him. No matter where he is, I always liked his attitude, the stuff that he brings to a football team. I know they say he took Tony Dungy's team and won. I know he was a part of the Tom Brady when the field goal when
tuck rule
the tuck rule and all of that. So
yeah, he was the coach of the Raiders.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he's a winner. You can say what you want to say, but I think he brings that mentality, and I think the Falcons need that. But I definitely conditions. You need to bring in an offensive gene like a Kyle Shanahan type of mind that can attack weaknesses like how they attacked Brooks yesterday.
But that's not happening as far as somebody else coming in if John Gruden does it. John Gruden is looked at as an offensive guru himself. John Gruden is going to be calling the plays if John Gruden is the head coach. That just is what it is. He called the plays when he was last in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Did he make it to Las Vegas?
Yeah, he was in Vegas.
Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, he was in Vegas.
I can't remember if they had made it to Vegas yet before he got let go. Yeah, he was calling the plays. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you bring in John Gruden, that's who's going to call the plays, man. So look, this is not a real long show. So let's just move on from these Atlanta Falcons for right now. We'll come back to them a little later. But, man, hey, I do want to stay on the football side for a second before we come back and talk about these Atlanta Hawks, man. These Georgia Bulldogs. I want to ask you a simple question.
All right.
I want to ask you a simple question, man. I got to make sure you're ready, man.
I'm ready.
Yeah, because you
I'll be looking at the phone.
Doing other stuff.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're doing other stuff, man. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right.
Let's get.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Are the Georgia Bulldogs peaking at the right time?
It appears to be.